What's up, sippers? What's going on? Welcome to Sip and Inspiration. The time is exactly 6 p.m. We started on time today. Thank you all for joining us. My name is Tay. Sip and Inspiration is brought to you by Booker Tender. And today, let me just start out by saying, I remember back in like the 80s, 90s, when R&B was a thing, you had all the different celebrities, En Vogue, New Edition, Boyz II Men, like CDs you could listen to. Yeah, I said CDs because that's what they was called. It wasn't digital back then. So R&B was like it. What's up, what's up? I can't see the small... Chef Cassie, what's up? We got to come back to Houston and get some of that good cooking. I see you doing your thing out there. So R&B was like the thing. You could put in a CD and listen to the entire thing from beginning to end and drive wherever you're going. But today, if I see some of these R&B artists, if they really consider R&B artists, you know, I wouldn't know who they were. I might know their names, but I couldn't put the face with the name. So it's like, is R&B dead? So with that being said, I think our guest for today will be the perfect person to answer that. Let's welcome Rell Cox. Thanks for making this journey out here.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's a bit of a journey. No problem. We definitely want to get some information in reference to what you think. We're going to ask him about, you know, what he think about if R&B is really dead. But before we do that, he's going to tell us about his signature cocktail.
Okay. This is going to be the Douce, which is my favorite. And to chase it down, we're going to have the pineapple juice. I love the mixture of the strong scent of the Douce and a little sweetness of the pineapple juice. It kind of goes well. So that's my perfect go-to drink whenever I'm out. I'm having a good time.
So, I don't know if you all could hear, make sure you could hear us, because Real talk, he R&B singer, he talk a little low.
I'm smooth, man. That's what it is.
I'm making a lot of noise, I'm sorry. All right. So, you say you like the Douce. Let you go first. I got the jigger here, but we don't really need the jigger.
No, we ain't using that.
We're going to free pour today. A lot of y'all like that at the bar. When you get to the bar, you want them to free pour. That's a lot of a lot of Douce. I normally drink light. I don't drink this, but sipping inspiration, we get on here and we drink what the guests drink. So
I like that about this show.
cheers.
Cheers, man.
Yeah.
Ain't it good?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It's tasty.
Yeah, man.
Pineapple juice
Change it up for you.
sort of overtakes the Douce. So, tell us, is R&B dead?
No way. R&B is not dead. It's probably less accessible. It's definitely out here, but you have to get to it. You know what I'm saying? Before, it was kind of fed to people a little more than it is now.
Mm-hmm.
But being that it's so many people that does music at this point versus back in the day, and it's not too many gatekeepers, it's so spread out, you know what I'm saying? So you have to go and get the music, you know what I'm saying? But it doesn't mean that's not out there. I know a lot of great R&B artists out there now doing their thing. It's not on the radio, but they're still dope, still have shows, still make money, still make great music. But, you just have to get to it.
Okay.
That's the only difference.
So, who are one of your favorite R&B artists?
Whew. One of them, I would pick Tank.
Tank.
That's like my number one.
So is that who, like, when you on stage, is that who you and like inspires you, like you?
Yeah, it's like a couple, man. Definitely Tank is number one. The guy who's not to be named, he's definitely one of them too. And I'm sure we all know who that is.
I don't.
Ah, that's crazy. Yeah, you from Chicago, so like, I know you know exactly what I'm talking about. But
Oh, Oh, we promote him. And
no problem.
we
What a
promote him. R. Kelly. I think that's
man.
what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
R.
what
Kelly.
I ain't trying to get canceled though. So. He said,
Well, I don't have shit. Y'all can cancel me if you want to.
no, yeah, so definitely like the Tank and R. Kelly kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about female wise?
Listen, my favorite female vocalist is Tamia. You know, she's very
Yeah.
stepped on. Like, you know,
Yeah.
I never really hear a lot of people talk about her. You know what I'm saying? I think she's so dope. I think she's beautiful, number one. I think she's very talented and just like a sweet-spirited person. And it comes through her music. You know what I'm saying? So definitely Tamia.
So going back to like the artist he just named goes back to what I said back in like the 90s, the 80s. These are artists that we know, like the music that the kids, I don't know what y'all call it, this generation now, but I heard a song and it plays constantly. He fucked his friend's baby mama with her thick ass.
It's crazy.
I don't know the name of the song, but I don't even know the name of the
Kind of
artist.
shit that's already
Yeah, that's the song, and that's actually the lyrics from the
That's
song.
crazy. That's wild.
You know, but yeah.
Shout out to them though, whoever it is.
Do you think music has something to do with how our society is now, like with our youth?
I think music always reflects what's going on.
Mhm.
Right? So like I think it's like a back and forth thing. I think the music reflects what people are doing, and I also believe that people reflect what the music is telling them to do. Like I think it's like a back and forth thing.
Mhm.
It's been that way since I can remember, since like in the 60s and 70s when we had all these race riots and we had songs like "What's Going On" by Marvin Gaye. It's always been that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like music is just. It's just like an illustrator just painting, like, you know what I'm saying, like whatever they see going on, like, you know what I mean? So, unfortunately, there's some people fucking their baby mamas or whatever the fucking song goes.
Baby
but,
mama.
you know, it's some people doing that shit, man. So, you know, I guess the song is talking about that. Yeah.
So how did you get? Well, when did you realize you had a gift?
Okay. It's crazy, man. I used to write like poetry. That's how it started. I used to write poetry. My first poem, I remember, I was like 9 years old. I had homework to do, like take my spelling words and put it into a story. And I chose to put it into a poem instead, right? And I got in trouble for it. But I just remember the poem being so fire, bro, for a 9-year-old.
Do you
I don't
remember
remember.
it?
It was something about what I found. Like I remember it was called What I Found, right? And I put all my damn spelling words into it. And it was rhyming and shit. It was like crazy. I was like, wow. Like looking back now, I'm like, damn. Like somebody should have tapped into that kid. You know what I'm saying? Because there was something there. But unfortunately, it was talked down upon. I got in trouble for it. So I kind of put it away for a little bit. Then I started rapping, like as I became a teen, and it was just very saturated. It was too many people rapping. Everybody, was just picking up a computer, picking up a mic, and going in the studio and saying they rappers. So I always had a way with words. You know what I'm saying? So, and I always knew I could hold a note. I used to be in the choir and shit. I was never like a lead singer, but you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't mind playing the background. So when I figured I always knew how to hold a note, I'm like, let me try this little singer thing. And it was around the time when auto-tune was okay. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I got a little help with that. Fuck it, let's try something. I tried something. I put out a song, I think in like 2010, 2009.
Which song was that?
It was called Birthday Girl, which is it's on YouTube somewhere. If y'all can find it.
You all should have done your research
Birthday Girl.
and make sure you listen to his YouTube channel because
definitely.
I'm gonna post it in the link so you all be able to check him out.
So that was like my first song, and I was just playing around. I just did it just for just for the shits of it. You know what I mean? And then some of my friends was like, nah, this is something that you should really take seriously.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really pay no mind until I got to college, and then I saw the reaction from females when I used to sing to them.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, if this is what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? I was like, what?
So
I was like, this is what happens?
You had the 5 heartbeat moment.
Oh man, it felt like it. It felt like it. But yo, you know what was fucked up? It was crazy because I used to make songs. I used to do like cover songs in my dorm room, whatever. But it was just me and the laptop, just me and the computer. Then I see the girls in school, they're like, oh, sing. And then I freeze. I'm like, damn, I don't know what to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not the computer no more, it's the real person. So then my man signed me up for a talent show. And I did that, man. And, I'm a perfectionist. So anything I do, it has to be top notch. So I put everything into that performance. And the reaction I got, I was like, I need this for the rest of my life.
What's your worst talent show experience?
Experience. Oh, you know what? I give you my worst show experience. And
Okay.
it was SOBs,
Okay.
sold out crowd. Right? Yeah, shit's crazy. Haunts me to this day. Right? So I'm telling you, I personally had over 100 people there, just for me by myself. Right? So I go on stage, and before I go on the stage, the background singers were supposed to sing a certain song, and I was gonna walk on the stage and continue. One of the background singers fucked up the song and started singing another song. And I was just like,
It's
no,
not
this is
funny.
not happening. I'm like, there's no way. I'm off the stage, and I'm like, nah, this is not happening. But it was so real. And I was like, so what you gonna do, man? Like, all this shit is going through my mind. Because, you know, everything is like, you know what I mean? So I'm like, yo, I can't. Because one thing I learned, right, was that only you know what's supposed to be happening.
Yep.
Right? So you can freak out, but if you don't show it, nobody's gonna know. And nobody's
True.
gonna know that he sung the wrong song.
Right.
According to the crowd, oh, that's what he's supposed to sing.
Yeah.
So I just started singing the right song. I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it like this. Walked on the stage, I started singing, right? It's not over, that's not it. Yo, 15 seconds into me singing, bro, the fucking wire of the microphone comes out. Yo, I was like, why do God want my life to go this way? I thought it was over for me, man. I said, nobody gonna fuck with me no more. I don't got no more fans no more. Ain't nobody gonna believe in me. I finally got all of my family to come out. You know what I'm saying? All of them. I ain't seen in 5 years. You know what I'm saying? All types of shit, bro.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but I kept my cool. I put the wire back in the mic, and I sang on the beat. You know what I'm saying? As soon as it came back, like a professional. And from there, I learned that I was a professional. I did. It just made me like, you know, you can't tell me nothing out for it.
And that's what a professional is, because
Yeah,
people
for sure.
think that, let's just use Beyonce, they think that everything's perfect. It's
Yeah,
already
it's
perfect
not.
for her, and it's not. She make you think that
Yeah,
because
yeah.
she's a professional. She
Mhm.
knows how to, you know, maneuver a situation and make it into something good.
Can't let them see you sweat, man.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're sweating a little bit in here under these lights.
That's the Duce.
We have to turn off the. Oh, I was thinking it was the air, but it might be the Duce. So, who would you consider? I think you probably sort of touched on it earlier, to be your role model in the musically.
Okay, so it started, right, as a kid, it started with Bobby Brown. A lot of people fix their face when
I
they
got a
laugh
Bobby
whenever I say
Brown
that.
story.
But it's like, yo, if people understood who he was in 89 and 90 and 91, he was Chris Brown before Chris Brown, he was
Yes.
Usher before Usher.
Yes.
You gotta give that man his flowers and
Yeah.
his respect. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Without him, it's none of that.
Yeah, you're
And you
right.
can ask them, and they'll tell you the same thing.
You're definitely right. That's
Bobby
definitely
Brown
true.
was the man at one point. I understand shit happened at the end, but, you know.
Yeah, I had a whole story about Bobby Brown.
Oh, yeah?
One of his CDs that came out, we, me and a couple of my friends, we had got a dance routine together for the talent show.
Okay.
And it was, I can't think of the name of the song, but anyway, it was a really high beat, up-tempo song. We had the whole dance playing. It was like an intimate crowd, so it was a smaller audience, but it was enough people. We got on the stage, the music came on, everybody started dancing, I froze.
Yeah, man.
I couldn't get back. I just couldn't do it. So every other move I saw them doing, I do like that. It was
Give him a little one,
yeah,
two, like
I
that.
couldn't do nothing. It was it was
man, that's
bad.
crazy, bro.
But yeah, that was my Bobby Brown story. But that's definitely true.
But yeah,
Bobby
so
Brown
It
was.
started with Bobby Brown, and then, you know, as I got older and matured and worried more, because I'm a believer in being a student of this. You know, what I mean, this is what I want to do for real. You know what I'm saying? And I believe in studying so you can know where something came from. If I'm trying to take it to another place, I gotta know where it came from, where it originated. So
Mhm.
I started doing my studies, and I learned about people like Sam Cooke.
Another
You know,
amazing
I learned about
artist.
people like Sam Cooke. I learned about people like Marvin Gaye. I learned about, you know, people like Tank. That's when I started, you know, realizing who he was to the game of R&B. And, you know, as a writer and as a singer. And, you know, I learned about people like Rico Love, who's an amazing producer.
Oh, I
and
follow
writer.
him on Instagram. I
Yeah,
think.
and, you know, he actually became like a mentor to me over the years. So,
Oh, really?
You know, that's a blessing.
Yeah.
For sure. So, like, people like that, it's like who inspire me. And, of course, like I mentioned before, the guy from Chicago, who shall not be named. I'm
That
not gonna
guy
admit
is
it.
bad.
Yeah,
He's bad. If they took away all his
he's
music,
honestly, he's honestly the baddest,
yeah.
and that's what makes it so crazy.
He's talking about R. Kelly, but we're not going to
Man.
say it.
Listen, I ain't see that shit come out my mouth. So, listen.
Give me a thumbs up if y'all still rock with R. Kelly.
Look, that's crazy. Look, you trying to start choking. No, but yeah, man, he's honestly the baddest, bro. And you can't stray away from that.
Mm-hmm.
No matter how much you try, you can't. The other day I was just listening to a bunch of songs, and I'm like, yo, like, and in my heart, I'm like, yo, I want to cover like 3 of these songs and do this whole YouTube thing, and I brought it to my friends. They're like, I was like, yeah, you're right. Yeah. I was
Well,
just,
that might be a little risky.
Yeah, exactly.
That might be a little risky. I could
I
say it
was
on here because ain't nobody following me.
I was
but-
just listening to them fucking records, man.
yeah, his
You understand what I'm
music,
saying?
and you could still
And
play
just
it.
understanding it as a creative myself and knowing what it takes, it's like, how the fuck do you do that?
Yeah. I mean, he's amazing.
but
Definitely.
Horrible person. We're not gonna talk about him anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
He said that. I didn't say that. He said that. Because we're talking about musically. We're not talking about his personal life.
Okay. Yeah,
Like, yeah. So his musically, he's a amazing
Oh,
person.
yeah.
But the personal stuff is,
Yeah,
that's personal. I don't. I'm not saying that that's appropriate. Whatever he
Oh,
did.
thumbs up you got.
Yeah,
Wow,
see
that's
that?
what's up.
See?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Some of your people gave me
Yeah,
thumbs
yeah,
up too.
I see what's going on.
Thank y'all. I appreciate. I appreciate the
Drink
support.
to that.
So,
Oh, man.
I was watching this show just randomly yesterday.
Mhm.
I was thumbing through the TV, and it's a show on Prime called Swarm.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you this, but I wanted to first get your feedback. The show Swarm is based off of Donald Glover is the one. He's the
Yeah.
one that produced. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it looks like it's like almost about Beyonce.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to
Yeah.
say. It's like about one of her crazy fans, like a whole bunch of the stuff she did. She went like after like people that said bad stuff about Beyonce, but not really Beyonce on the show and did stuff to him. So, what is the craziest thing a fan has done to you?
Wow, that's an interesting question.
Or even through like the panties on the stage or something?
I've never got the panties on the stage. I've got a lot of threats about panties on the stage, like you know what I'm saying, that they would, but I never had nobody bold enough to do it as of yet. You know what I'm saying? So we still open
Life's
to
still young, y'all. Like, get them panties
No,
ready.
That's crazy. But craziest thing, I've heard some crazy things. Like, it hasn't really been crazy things done, but like I've heard people tell me some crazy shit, like what a song made them do or something like that, or you know what I'm saying, shit like that. that I'm you know, for their privacy, I'll leave it over here. But
Yeah, because they
people-
might be
people-
watching.
People, listen, people have a crazy imagination, and
Yeah.
you know, I make some records that you know, may invoke a little certain, you know, a certain
Yeah.
emotion, and you know, but that's what it's supposed to do, right? So I'm not even mad at it. You know, I appreciate it. I appreciate it all. I accept it all, and yeah, you know, I'm gonna keep doing what I do. So hopefully, I keep loving it and enjoying it.
So we're going to talk about one of your songs, and I want to know, where did the title come from?
Okay, let's do it.
Pussy Is Mine.
Oh,
What
man.
inspired that song, and where
You
did the
said, fuck
title
it, let's
come
go
from?
for it.
All right, I mean, that was the first one you selected, so I just want to... You all could get his music off of Apple Music.
For sure.
If you got an Android, I'm not for sure.
We on Spotify. We everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Whatever you have, I'm there. Just
So
type
you
in
can
Ralph
definitely
Cox.
listen.
RELLCOX. That's me. All my music is there.
Oh, even on YouTube, just
Even
type
on
in
YouTube.
"Pussy Is Mine" and I'm sure Real Cox will come up.
Pop up right there. This is mine for sure. Nah, but but the song itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, I kind of titled it that for a reason, because I kind of wanted to start a little chit chat about the record. It's actually not what people would think just by looking at the title. Because if you listen to the record, it's about a dude who's been waiting a long time to interact with this female in that way. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, now I got you, and this is mine. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna show you why you should have gave it to me a long time ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why you made me wait this long? You know what I'm saying? And now you gotta show them like it's not a game here. You know what I'm saying?
Waited a long time to get used to date her. We went to school together.
Ex-baby mama.
She looks good. Look at her.
She's a brick.
I waited a long time to get it. I waited a long time to get it. I waited a long time to get it. Now that is mine, baby. How you doing? Girl, it's my business to be giving it.
Fellas, come on. You know what I'm saying? How many times that happened to you? You know what I'm saying? You got a girl, she texting her, you get a number, you try to meet up, she busy and shit. And then once you do slip a little bit, you get it, and she see what's going on, now she got all the time in the world.
That sounds like
She
a
ain't
similar
never- she
situation
ain't
I
never busy.
remember
Wow.
with you.
Damn, this guy's crazy. This guy is funny, man. Wow. That's what happens when
You know what
about
I'm talking
something.
about,
Yeah,
though,
yeah,
right?
I got you.
But I don't want you all to get the wrong idea. His music is really good. Like, it's not like the raunchy stuff like I was saying that's on the radio now. It's very classical stuff, and it's like timeless. Like some of the music I was watching some of your videos yesterday. You did a video. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get back to it. You did a video with. This was some years ago. It probably was. I'm sure it was over 5 years ago.
Okay.
With now we know her as Diamond Q.
Oh yeah, Private Dance.
Baby, just sit me down. I'ma sit back while you twerk it on me. Come put it on me now. I deserve it. I had a hard week. I just want you to take your time. I need to relax my mind. I know all the rules. Girl, all I wanna do, I just wanna enjoy my sit back and just enjoy you. I just wanna enjoy my
Private Dance. I was just watching that last night.
That was my first single of my first album.
Okay. And that's a timeless
Thank you, bro.
piece. Like you can still listen to it. It's
Yeah.
relevant now.
That's dope.
You all definitely check that out.
For sure.
Private Dancer.
Got a call from my girl today, telling me she love me and she miss me and she wishing we ain't never had to end this way. I'm lying, I was the one who made the call. I can't even take myself no more. Oh yeah. They say if you knew better, do better, who better, me for you. I swear to God I love you with the truth. Ain't no love will come above you, babe. And I can't help that I'm always fucking on. I shouldn't pick up the phone when you.
So, do you have any gigs coming up that we could come out and see you and make sure there's no like loopers like that first SOB
Yeah,
situation?
we can't have that happen. But right now, man, I'm just focused on getting back in the studio and making some new music. I've been away for about a year and a half, maybe 2 years. So this is my time right now to get back and, get back where I'm supposed to be. You know what I mean? For a little while, I forgot who I was for a second. You know what I'm saying? And I kind of fell back, which I don't encourage. But like I was telling somebody earlier, in life you go through things, but the main objective is to get through it and
Keep pushing.
keep focused and keep pushing, because life doesn't stop. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? And when it's something that you want to do and something that your heart is in, it won't leave you alone. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I'm just getting back in the studio now and just working on some new music. I got a couple of songs coming very
Okay.
soon. One in particular with a friend of mine who I just lost
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, like last week. My man,
Oh wow.
Yeah, he passed away. But we have a record together called "Don't Blame Me," and he's on the guitar. Has an amazing guitar solo, amazing. I'm talking about it's like it's. I can't wait to drop the record so you guys can see.
Oh, so we can't hear it yet.
Yeah, no. It's
We can't get a
it's-
sneak peek?
It's called "Don't Blame Me." I can tell you what it's about. It's about us coming together, man. Because you know, we're so torn apart because of what has happened to us not in our past. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times we fight each other when we should be holding on to each other or nursing each other's wounds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because neither one of us are right or wrong. We just all went through some shit. You know what I'm saying? And if we just take the time to come, bring it to the table and figure it out, we could be much further. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just blaming the next person and blaming the opposite sex or blaming the same sex. Like, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't work like that.
All right.
You know what I mean? We gotta come together and you know, just like you've been through something, she's been through something, he's been through something. Like, you know, we all been through something. So the key is to come to the table and figure it out.
Yeah. I have a friend that was telling me, like, if he's like in, let's just say, a store, and the cashier is like rude to him, he's like, I don't really pay it any attention because more than likely whatever they was going through had nothing to do with
It's
me.
not him, yeah, exactly.
You know, so they ignore it. I'm working on it. I ain't at that point yet, but I'm trying to get there because I mean that is true.
That's definitely a key. Like, you know what I'm saying? Understanding that needs to be a change and like, you know, you even trying. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
That's
I'm
good.
trying.
But yeah, it's called "Don't Blame Me," man. It's a dope ballad. I can't wait to finish putting it together and the video and everything, and I'll put it out to you guys very,
Okay.
very soon.
Definitely be looking forward to that. And how did before I ask you that, so did your situation that you went through that put you out for like a year and a half, did that help inspire your music? Like what's coming?
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, unfortunately, like I was saying earlier too, as a creative, we kind of like sacrificial lambs. Like, you know, we got to go through all this shit just to have something to pull from. You know what I'm saying? But this is the life I chose and shit. So put me on the cross, man. You know what I'm saying? This is something I chose. So I'm well aware that for life, this is what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a story. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
And I appreciate it. Of course, I'd rather it not be too tough. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to rock out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm always find my way through.
That's good. That's definitely
So,
good.
yeah.
Who's the artist? I'm sure you know that they say like I think she released the album and it's like, well, you know she's in a relationship, so the album's not gonna be good. But as soon I think it's Mary J. Blige.
Oh,
As
okay.
soon as she have a breakup, her music is on
everybody
point.
just praising her heartbreak. It's so unfortunate. It's crazy. It's like she has to be crying and hurting for y'all motherfuckers to tune in.
Well, I mean, I understand.
Yeah,
I
I
understand.
get you. I get
but,
you. But
yeah.
it's just not fair. Come on.
But
We
you-
want to be happy too. You know?
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. But just be sad when it's around the time for the
Yeah, I
music
got
to come.
Just be
Come
sad
out.
all the time. Like, wow.
Yeah, and that took me to my next question. Tell us how we could get in contact with you.
Well, Instagram at Raul Cox, RELLCOX. YouTube.com/Raul Cox, RELLCOX. Everything is Raul Cox, man. Twitter, Raul Cox. I don't really be on there, but my Twitter is Raul Cox here. Like I said, my Instagram is Raul Cox.
Pause.
But that's crazy. That's crazy. Why don't you go get a lot of motherfuckers laughing?
So, okay. So we have a tradition here on Sipping Inspiration. So we
You sound like trouble, man. I don't know.
no, it's just we have a box of questions. So each guest, they answer a question out the box, a random question, and then in turn, you get to write your own question and put it in the box for somebody to possibly
Oh,
pick.
gotcha.
I'm going to pull it just because I want to monitor what comes out the box.
That's crazy.
Just so you know. Sometimes we like to be politically correct on the show. It was something else. It just came to my mind, but I can't think
What's
of
up?
it.
Let's go, man. It probably was some crazy shit you trying out.
No, it wasn't. This is a weird question. Okay. what 3 people, alive or dead, would you like to have dinner with?
Michael Jackson. It's just people, right?
Mm-hmm. Who else?
No, I'm saying like, no, I mean like, does it have to be a celebrity? Is what I'm saying.
Well, no, it doesn't say that.
So I would say Michael Jackson. I would say my mom, and we could throw Sam Cooke in there. I got a lot of questions for him.
Oh, wow. So why did you pick who you picked?
Well, I picked my mom because I lost her at a young age. Of course I miss her. And,
Oh, wow, yeah.
I definitely need a guidance. Now more than ever. So I definitely picked my mom. Michael Jackson was my inspiration for music. Period. He opened my eyes to this thing. And, I was a Michael Jackson fan since as long as I can remember. There's a couple videos out there floating around, and man, me doing Michael Jackson dances and shit. That I really can't get away from. But
We gotta
I don't
find
mind.
those.
Man, I love it. I love it. Fuck it. And Sam Cooke, I just have a lot of questions for him, man. He passed away at 33, so he had a young life of his own.
Oh, wow. I
Yeah.
never knew that.
He passed away at 33, and he's just an amazing songwriter. And I like to get his perspective and like what inspired him. And, just kick it, man. You know what I mean? And I think from talking with him, I'll become a better writer. Or, ask him if he had any techniques he could share. You know what I'm saying? Because I could put my own little twist on it. So yeah, Sam Cooke is definitely one of the ones.
Okay. You had one more. Oh, you said all 3 of them. But that had brought me to a question, and we'll come back to it.
All right.
So we're gonna do one more. And while we're doing this one, you could think of a question that you want to put in the box yourself. Okay, this is a good one. What celebrity would wow you if you met them?
I don't want to reiterate it, but I guess Michael Jackson. I think he would wow anybody.
Well, I think this one got to be alive.
Oh, live. Okay. Wow. I don't really get starstruck, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I've been
'cause
doing bouncing,
yeah, so-
bodyguarding, so I've been around a lot of celebrities. You know what I'm saying? But that would wow me. Maybe. Well, I was wowed before one time. Funny enough, by Kim Kardashian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, one day I was doing like backstage. I was going backstage at a Diddy and Snoop Dogg concert at Madison Square Garden, and she walked by me. It was her and Kanye. She just had this fucking glow about her, bro. And I don't know if it
Probably
was just
just
a money
money.
glow. Yeah, I know.
Right.
I don't know if it was a money glow, but it was just like, I had to take a second look. Like, that was the first time that happened.
Yeah.
Because I don't really get into the celebrity thing.
Have I ever? No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I haven't either.
But I was just like, oh, okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I respect it. You know
Yeah,
what
she
I'm saying?
probably would be something different because that's like somebody you would never think.
Not think of seeing.
Yeah. So she would probably catch
Yeah,
me
I
off
wasn't
guard.
expecting. I wasn't expecting to see that. I saw her and Chloe on the same night.
Oh, really? Do they look like they look on TV? Do they look the same? They look the same?
Yeah, man. That's why I was just like, whoa, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, okay.
Wow.
I ain't mad at that.
What's your question?
I gotta tell you, I get to say it out loud.
Yeah, you could tell us.
All the money in the world or all the power in the world.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's it. Come on. He
Well,
should answer that,
yeah.
right? God, what's the thing? You got a question for him.
Yeah, I'll answer that. That's
all the
easy.
money in the world.
All the money, because you got all the money, you're going to have all the power.
Okay.
So I definitely take all the money.
I feel you.
But it's kind of tricky because if you have all the money,
You can have access to the. If
People-
you have all the power, you can have access to all the money.
you won't even need the money because you got the
Yeah,
power.
Exactly. So yeah.
Because if you got all the money, then you're going to have a lot of people coming after you.
But if you're powerful, they're gonna.
Yeah, they ain't going to mess with you. Yeah.
I feel that.
So that's kind of tricky. TJ, you went for oh, I don't even know why. So yeah, that's definitely a good one. Put it back.
Cool.
So where do you said this is you. This is what you do. So where do you see yourself? What do you want to do? You want to write? You want to write and sing? You want to?
I would rather be a songwriter, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They make more money, right?
Yeah. It depends. It depends though, because you got show money and all that shit. But, it depends how everything is set up and how well the record does. Because streaming makes it a little difficult. You know what I'm saying? But
What you
that's
mean
just
streaming?
that's like like it was like Spotify, Apple Music, all that other shit. It makes it a little different than how it worked back then. You know what I mean?
How does that work? Okay, so that question, how does artists get paid when they're streaming like on Apple Music and
Well,
stuff like that? You could respond. I'm listening to you, but I want to make sure I don't forget my next question.
every
already
different
forgot it.
music platform has a different percentage, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what I was saying is the difference is now it's like you're getting like a millisecond of a point of a fucking little. You know what I'm saying? Like before it was just more to eat on. Like you know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Like as far as like the splits go, you know what I mean? Like, and because streaming made it so. Streaming is good for accessibility,
Okay.
but it may not be as good for
Your pockets.
yeah. So that's like the easiest way.
Okay, I get it. That makes sense. What about
But that's songwriting's on my heart. Like,
mhm.
I just like I said, I was never really in the front kind of guy. I don't need all the attention. I'm good. I'd rather stick behind the scenes. People don't know what I'm doing. You know what I'm
But
saying?
before, but you are a good performer, though,
Thank
too.
you, bro. Yeah, but that comes with I'm like, yo, if I'm gonna do something, I gotta do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't play with it. So that's the kind of mindset I have. But I want a career, man. Like I want a career like Babyface, bro. Smokey Robinson, that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But I want those doors to be open for me. Hopefully one day, God willing. Because I feel like if they do, I'll be able to do what I gotta do.
And you said earlier that when you were singing when you were younger,
Yeah.
you got in trouble for it.
Well,
Because
for writing the poem instead of a story.
Well, no. Outside that, you said because
Yeah,
I remember you said you wanted to sing. You wanted to sing earlier, but then so maybe I misunderstood.
Yeah. It's so good.
Why, if you were able to, would you sell? What is it called? A lot of artists is selling their
Catalog.
catalogs. Would you sell like
It
your
depends.
catalog?
If I had that kind of catalog, I probably would. Because number one, you made something, make another one. That's always rule, right?
Mhm.
Can't get married to shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you done what you done. You put the work that you had to put in. You can do it again if you need to. But
Okay.
of course, sell. Yes.
So once the
Yes.
person owns a catalog, what does that mean? Like they could
They can do what they want.
with the music.
They're gonna make whatever money that they can make. So that's the reason why they try to keep it high.
Okay, because I was confused with the.
But yeah, I definitely man. If you got that kind of catalog,
You definitely sell it.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They talking about what, 500 million? Why not, bro?
What confused me about it was because they were saying that a couple of artists had sold theirs, but Michael Jackson, back when he was living, he was buying. Yeah. So it's like, well, why is he buying it if people,
Because it's worth something, especially then. You know what I'm saying? Like I explained to you now, it's a little tricky, but I don't know how they're gonna make that work. That's out of my.
But back then it was
so
better.
that's even more reason why I would say sell.
Okay.
Shit is not the same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you want to give me $750 million for this? Yeah, take this. For
You'll
shit I
make
did
more.
already 20 years ago, take this. I will make another one if I need to. I probably don't need to. $750 million, my family's good.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Their family's good. Their family's good. You know
Because
what I mean?
Justin Bieber just sold his, and his haven't been 20 years at all.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Because he's probably 22.
And
I
he
mean-
probably was talked into that by his old manager.
Oh.
Who's doing that a lot.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
he's the one that just bought QC shit.
Who?
And his name is Scott.
Yeah,
Ron, I
Scott.
think.
Yeah.
So
He bought who?
QC. What's the two dudes that have they have Amigos, they have City Girls,
Mm-hmm.
and they got Lil Baby. Q and Coach K, I think.
Okay.
I think.
So he bought theirs.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Nadine, how you doing, Nadine? Nadine just joined. You remember
Oh,
Nadine?
shout out to Nadine. Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So I would like to thank you for joining us. You gonna make another drink before we go?
Yeah, man. I gotta
Okay.
get all I can out of this shit right now. Get all I can. Pull me up another one, man.
I'm gonna let you pour your own trouble. You need more ice?
Nah, I'm straight, bro.
Okay. I think I'm okay for now. I'll make another one in a minute.
I'm not okay, yeah.
I want to let him pour a little more so we could cheers to Sipping Inspiration
Yes.
and to Real Cox. Make sure you all check him out on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. Real Cox.
Yes.
What's real?
The Twitter one, we ain't even gonna talk about the Twitter no more, man. Here he comes.
So just do Instagram and YouTube.
Yeah, for sure.
Check him out on there. We appreciate you all for joining us.
Thank you.
God
Thank
bless
you
you.
for having me, bro.
No problem.
Had a great
Handshakes.
time.
I'm not like these other niggas. For real. Girl, you been working on that body all year long. Now it's time to show some appreciation. I'ma lick every drip of sweat till it's gone. A little water never hurt nobody. Yeah. Understand that I'm the man that know how you like to be. I know who you like to be. I know where you like to be. Don't compare me to these niggas fucking with you. They got nothing on me. You'll see. Shit be different with me. Different with me. Shit be different with me. Me and them are not the same. Girl, don't you know my name? You gon' be real. Say my name, baby. Real. Say it again. Real. Me and them are not the same. Girl, don't you know my name?